Welcome to another edition of Motoring World TV. We are serving you Tea Table Talk Special Edition. My name is Rotimi Asha.
And my name is Femi Owoye.
Just recently, we were at an event where the new henchman of NEDDC, Mr. Joseph Osanipe, was addressing the stakeholders. I was actually harping on local content, in the auto industry. I mean, developing local contents in the auto industry. So I was wondering whether this is possible. I mean, considering, how, things have been in the auto industry. Is that possible to develop local content at this particular time?
Yeah, I thought you want to say whether it is feasible. It's actually possible. Oh, yes. But then, when you look at it this way, whoever is setting up a local content manufacturing plant is out to do business, is out to make profit. So you can set it up, but it's not going to be given out free. It's not because you like the stakeholders. You want to sell. And how many vehicles do we produce in Nigeria per annum at the moment? I mean, how many vehicles do we assemble? You want to compare us with countries where auto manufacturers, one auto manufacturer will manufacture millions. And here, how many? You are talking of just over 10,000 vehicles, 10,000 units per annum. Is that what you want to manufacture local content for?
I was really wondering if that should be his first priority as a new, Director General of NEDTC.
I'll give it to him. It's actually good. It gives one some hope that he's even talking about that. His predecessor was not talking about that. Now I kept talking about, we are already implementing the auto police. We are already implementing the National Auto Industry Development Plan. But he didn't lie to us, and he just encouraged them. Well, he's encouraging them maybe ahead of implementing the National Auto Industry Development Plan. That's the way I look at it, because he is a stakeholder. He is one of them, so he knows what is important. And local content is important, but there are things that need to be put in place before you can be thinking of local content. You can talk about it from now to tomorrow.
Yeah.
No businessman will want to set up local content now when
That's
you
right.
don't make up to 15,000 vehicles per annum. It's not feasible.
It's not really feasible. It's
Yeah.
not feasible.
That's what I think.
What do you think should be done if it's not feasible? Because I think it's something actually that you need to know that this is not feasible. Because where the volume, the government is not helping this auto assembly plant to drive volume. How is that possible to get local content?
Yes.
How is it feasible?
I want to give it to him, the new DG, that he understands this thing. I keep saying, because he's a stakeholder, which means through his company, he suffered this problem with the likes of Stallion, the likes of Kuskari, the likes of Meccano, the likes of, a number of them. So, what we are saying is that until that foundation is laid, that's the plan, the document, which is National Auto Industry Development Plan, which contains all these things anyway.
Yeah.
Because there was NAC fund, what is called NAC fund, those days, which this fund are, they are contributed by every assembly plant,
plants, yeah.
into when it used to be called NAC, which is National Automotive Council, before it was changed to National Automotive Design and Development Council.
Yes.
So it was that money that was supposed to be used to set up Auto Finance Bank. Therefore, it's when you set up Auto Finance Bank that will encourage Nigerians to be able to buy locally assembled vehicles at single digit interest, on credit as single digit interest as it is done in South Africa and Europe and America. But if you don't have that, then we will not be able to increase the volumes. You continue to they can't even move from they can't increase the volume. Let's put it that way. And there is a volume you will reach before the OEMs will come here to set up local content. And if you're asking the assemblers here to set up local content, come to think of it, a lot of them are representing OEMs. So you're asking, are you talking to Stallion, Nissan Nigeria Limited, a subsidiary of Stallion, to start buying local content here? No. If you are going to manufacture local content for Nissan, you have to follow the standard.
Yeah.
Set up by Nissan.
Yeah.
And they can look at it and say, no.
We don't want this.
Yes.
So, is that possible? But that you mentioned something earlier on about the money contributed to NAP. You know what I mean? By the auto assembly plants. What happened to the money? We didn't hear anything about it.
I think one day we'll be able to ask Mr. Oshanekun, because he's there now. He'll be able to explain to us what happened to the money. It's new there. But what happened to it? Because the essence of that money. Well, I learned that there was an information that came out that out of that money, some stakeholders, some auto assemblers were giving loan out of it. I don't know how far it is true, but it was just a rumor. But what the money should be used for, should be targeted at, it was the money that was supposed to be used as startup fund for the auto finance bank, so that when they have the pool of money as startup fund for auto finance bank, then the bank will be able to finance vehicles for Nigerians. They could be civil servants, because you still have to prove that you will be able to pay regularly the loan that you have taken to obtain to buy the car. So that is the essence of the money. The money, when you go to a car auto assembler, you buy this car, you fill the form and all that, then the out of that money with the auto finance bank, they will pay. The bank will pay off what you have purchased, the leftover. Assuming the car costs 25 million and you manage to put down 5 million, the bank will pay off the remaining 20 million, and you will now be paying the bank a certain percentage or certain amount of money, maybe per month or whatever, or annually, maybe for a number of years. It could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, depending on your earning.
Yeah, another thing, is I think the federal government is not really encouraging these local assembly plants in terms of driving volumes. I would have expected them to kind of encourage parastatals, federal government's parastatals, and to buy locally assembled vehicles, but that's not the case.
Well, I think a lot of them are going against the law, unless the law has been amended. There is a law that came out that says that no government parastatal should buy any imported vehicle that is made in Nigeria or assembled in Nigeria. And for instance, what happened at the National Assembly, which I think we should really spend the time to knock and analyze and dissect, But what we are talking about today is local content. How feasible is it? That I want to commend Oshanekun for harping on this, but then to make sure he pushes it through. It should not even wait for the Ministry of Industry. President Tinubu appointed him. So he should find a way of talking to him that this thing is important. This is what will make a success of the position you have appointed me to. Because without it, it's going to be the same old story at the end of this tenure, President Tinubu's tenure, 2027. I hope not.
Yeah, well, I think, like you said, you know, there is no way, you know, uh, developing our local content can be really possible. It's not fixable if we don't
If
put
you
the
don't
plan in
increase
place. We don't
volume,
increase
and we
volume.
can't increase volume
So,
without the plan being implemented, and you can't implement the plan in total without passing it into law, because somebody will come and tumble the policy again, which they call policy somersault. If you don't want that to happen, then everything still come back to NAIDP, and which we are sending the message again that this is the foundation that should be laid now so that our auto industry could develop, so that the volume could increase. And once the volume is increased, even if nobody is producing local content here, the OEMs will come to Nigeria, they will set it up as they did in South Africa, as they did in other developed countries.
yeah, thank you very much. You have just watched T-Table Talk Special Edition of Motoring World TV. Do watch out for another episode this time next week. My name is Rotimi Asha.
And my name is Femi Owueye. See you again. Bye for now.
Bye.